The children of incarcerated parents here in Central Oregon are in your kids' classrooms, their summer camps, their sports teams. They live among us every day despite the additional challenges they face. And they are also the focus of a program in Deschutes County aimed at improving the hand they've been dealt. Lock 'em up and throw away the key. It's a common sentiment when we're talking about the thousands of Oregonians who did not follow the same laws the rest of us must live by.
People way worse off than I am. So I got to look at, count my blessings half the time.
Donovan Atkins was one of them. The bottle replaced his zest for life and outran his compassion for those who needed him most.
I got to take ownership about what I've done to my children. And sometimes, as much as it hurts, the more it sinks in, because I can see it. I can see it a lot.
And lock him up the state did, leaving his wife and two young girls to fend for themselves, a fate too many Oregonians find themselves in every day. There are at least 60,000 children across the state of Oregon who have at least one parent currently incarcerated. And that's not just a problem for the incarcerated family, that's a problem for all of us. Because as soon as the cell door closes, it's that child who loses that income, that influence, and that companionship. As for those children, they are much more likely to suffer failure in school, mental health crises, and feelings of loneliness. For Donovan Atkins' 7 and 11-year-old daughters, the separation has not been easy. Feelings of abandonment, questioning the devotion of a parent. They're both common for these kids, and they see it in the parent left behind.
She was very, very stressed that she couldn't balance work and time with us.
It's the financial drain on the family. It's the financial drain from the kids to be able to do something.
What most of these families really need, they could never afford. Another adult, mentor, and friend for these kids. A mature presence, and much more.
These are kids that are just growing up like every other kid out in Central Oregon, except they're dealing with some bigger issues.
19 years ago, Bob Moore helped the Deschutes County Sheriff launch a project that had never been attempted here before. They call it the Central Oregon Partnership for Youth, COPY for short.
What we're really looking to do is identify a stable, consistent adult to spend time with our kids out in the community.
Moore is responsible for recruiting these stable, consistent adults and then partnering with the community, businesses, parks and rec, and others who can give these kids of the incarcerated as normal a childhood as possible. But it's volunteers who are the glue that hold it all together.
I saw two young girls that are so fun, they're so energetic, they're kind, they're smart, they love each other, they love their mom and dad.
Bend labor and delivery nurse Mary Stewart is one of hundreds over the years who have fit the bill and made an immeasurable impact.
I've always had a heart for children, and I think I grew up with a lot of positive adults in my life, and I know the impact that a positive adult can be in a child's life, and I think just hoping to be that for somebody else.
Mention Mary to Donovan's daughters, Gabby and Samantha, and the connection is clear.
That she helps us the moms at work, and she takes us places and gives us lots of memories. And maybe sometimes she would come take us somewhere when she came and watched us.
How valuable was that?
Very valuable.
Why?
Because it was a sweet relief of getting a break from her without me watching her for the whole day.
COPY volunteers are asked to commit a couple of hours a week for about a year. Mary is now 18 months into her time with the girls, and she'll tell you what started as a volunteer obligation quickly became an emotional connection.
I mean, I would feel so lucky and grateful if I could be a small part of their lives for a long time.
And so too would Sarah and Donovan. Now that he has been out of prison for several months, this family is rebuilding, traveling, camping, reconnecting. But they will never forget the vacancy Mary was able to fill.
Everything happens for a reason, and she was sent to us, and she's an angel.
It's great Dad's back. It's great Dad's clean. It's great Dad's not getting in trouble.
Right.
But there are limits to that great, because there's a past here that someone's got to get over.
There's a past that you got to get over. There's the fear, the constant fear that it's going to happen again.
If he does it again, I'm going to be really surprised.
You believe in him now, don't you?
Because he promised.
Yeah.
He promised. He promised.
I was able to focus more on what I needed to do when I got, home, more than worrying about at the time what's going on with them.
And when it happens to another child, and it will, the generosity and compassion of the people of Central Oregon have been able to offer a little bit of normal for these kids, a reason to believe in themselves, despite the bad decisions of the adults they depend on.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos from Central Oregon Daily News. And for more news from the high desert, just visit centraloregondaily.com.